Hey everyone. So I'm going to be taking a quick look at Chroma Squad. This was a Kickstarter game that I actually did back. So I picked the level that had provided the in-game fans to actually use my name. So if it rolls up during the at the end of an episode, we'll see me. So right here is the main hub area where you kind of, before each episode, you can go shopping for different upgrades for your different characters. The nice thing with the upgrades, it will tell you what will go up and what values will go down. Though a couple of the stats, like movement, I haven't seen anything that changes movement, and I don't quite get skill regen, or at least it's not super apparent. With crafting, you can craft extra armor as well as different weapons, and you get the crafting material from defeating enemies. Marketing, you actually hire a agency to help promote your television show. I have one episode left, so we'll play through, and then I'll pick a new marketing team to see how that goes. The studio, you can upgrade your studio. I pretty much have most of them except the bonus that upgrades your mech. And you can, change the name of the mech, your catchphrase, and the name of the finishing move. So that's very fun. The mech itself has its own upgrade thing. You can't really change the look a great deal. It's pretty set with these menus, which is a bit disappointing, but okay, sorry. The actors, you can kind of customize how you want them to look as well as name them. So for my lead, when I saw that you could have the guy in the grizzly jumpsuit, there was no hesitation. J Blues, the pick and the afro, I couldn't say no to. Alert for just our kind of pink purple ranger. Kept the default, as well as the black ranger and the green ranger, and what they had given it. You can change it, and you can actually hire different actors for the different roles with different bonuses. For skills, the skill tree is something that actually unlocks per season, which isn't too bad, but it's very limiting. It's very simple at the beginning, which is easy to learn, but doesn't make combat terribly interesting. Alright, so let's roll. So we get to pick the episode that we want to record. Okay, so this one is part of a story. We won't do that one. We'll just do a standard episode to see how that plays out. Let's start it. Chroma Squad, are you prepared for some gravel trouble? And all the conversation is kind of done through these text boxes. I kind of wish that there was a little, maybe like a small dialogue tree. It wouldn't have to change the outcome, but something that you could pick to better fit those characters. Or maybe I choose a personality type to go with it. and different episodes will take place in different locations, and I'm actually pretty impressed with the locations so far. They're very fun. There isn't like a large jarring difference wrong phrase. It's not that certain levels seem to be over-rendered and some under-rendered. They seem to have seen like equal care. They match the characters, they match the effects, you know, which is something that kind of isn't always balanced correctly. Mostly just because we don't have those old limitations that prevent it, you know, that helped unify those looks. So, let's see. I need to survive for 7 turns, defeat 4 enemies the same turn, and keep all my heroes standing. So, what I will do is, because I don't know how hardy these enemies are. Okay. Maybe doing the 4 a turn will be a bit easier than I was expecting. And then once you fill up this bar to chromatize, you can basically turn into your own. Power Ranger form. I don't know how to say that without trademark issues, I guess. Now, the nice thing about transforming is that it will regroup all your characters back in center, which helps kind of like reorganize them. So, for League, we're going to use the square house kick to kind of hit all these 3 adjacent characters. That boosted it. Let's see. Now, with wind, I will show you a teamwork attack. You basically move next to the enemy, hit the teamwork button, and the next character that comes up will work together. And you can do this for 2, 3, 4, or even all 5. And if you use all 5, then it will basically count as the finishing move. Too far. So let's move Flashy up, pull that gun, and take it. Scar has a bow, so I don't really have to use it. Eventually, at the end of the turn, they'll probably all respawn. The nice thing about the combat system is the order of the characters you can choose. You're not locked to a particular turn order, so you can actually set up a lot of things. I just kind of wish you'd start with more abilities, because it's just like you have the normal default attack. When you transform, you get multiple attacks. But it seems... Oh, that was... It seems that the characters really don't get to be really interesting until season 3 or 4, when you have most of your abilities unlocked. And I am completely just failing this. I don't know my turn that I get to decide. Like, the enemy tactics so far have been pretty ho-hum. I I kind of wish the standard enemies would be a little more interesting, other than this is the melee guy. This is the ranged guy. The bosses have more interesting mechanics, though the problem here is you don't really deal with the bosses all the time. I might be too early in the game where they have more interesting standard enemies. Or is there no more turns? 2 more turns. Okay, so these two are kind of getting surrounded. So it's time to move these characters away. We're going to forget about this guy. And instead of moving and attacking, you can do a double move. He's not going to be able to catch more than 2. So let's do that. Or Lee. She'll be able to catch more than 2. We'll just have to refresh that character off, and that'll be. The music is very fun. And there's certain things that don't really have that je ne sais quoi I'm looking for in the game, but I really don't have any complaints about the music. What it does, it does well. And you can use your teamwork as a mobility tool as well. Like so. And I think that will be the end of this particular sub-battle. And if you meet all the requirements, it'll give you bonuses. That's awesome. And I get to show you a mech battle. Now the mech battle itself is not terribly complicated. You have your hit chance as well as like kind of like your damage multiplier. Here's your squad and your life bar and the enemy life bar. And when you attack, your combo increases. You'll do more damage, but you're more likely to miss. So we'll go for a second punch. 78%. Do I want to risk it? I'd say 3/4 of a chance. It's worth it. And now this is where I don't feel super confident. So I'm going to try to defend. The return attack. It's got kind of like a Gears of War reload action for your defense to minimize damage. So go back up to 90%. And is that it? Oh no. So first form, so now we're on the second form. I think this will go into the enemy's third and final form, which allows me to bring out the sword. And I'm not. Come on, block. Okay, well, as your standard kind of big mech saving the city, you will get a sword to kind of finish off the enemy that will do a ton of damage. It may not be appropriate for this plot, so it's just kind of standard punching. So the combat for the mech part, it's different. It's definitely different from the other one, which is more of a tactical RPG. Whereas the mech battle is more of a test your luck. Which is... it's okay. I wish it was a lot more exciting, but it kind of... it allows it to be different. I just wish it was meatier. So we finished the episode, made back our expenses, and had fans, but not as many as the last episode. And yeah, that is an episode of Chroma Squad. So now we go in to take our new agency. T-shirts, and like each of the markers you'll notice has a different price tag. So, you know what? We're gonna try to go super expensive and hope it works out for us. 3 episodes. And we have 649 fan power. So we'll do a lot of audience and fans to start out and hope it pays for itself. Got a letter. Cool. Alright. Well, thanks for watching.